Hey people, what is going on? We are back, babe.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. How's everyone?
Yes,
How's
happy
everyone's weekend?
Sunday. Let me make sure all the volume is up, making sure we clear. Hold on, y'all already know. Let me go on, make sure Facebook that we are able to be seen. How are you guys? Happy first week of
April.
April.
hmm
Wow, it's April 3rd already. Like it seemed like the year just like it just started. And then we're already at April 3rd. It's crazy. How was your week today, this week, babe?
My week is alright. It's all right. Once again, working like Kunta, last name Kente. So, so definitely, just trying to catch up on sleep and rest and whatnot. Getting ready for, this Exotica that's coming up at the end of the month. So, definitely trying to make a few extra coins to, tighten up and cross our T's on our classes and whatnot, and getting just everything together. So that's it. Just working like Kunta.
And shout out to James Lowe for having us on his
hmm
show today, promoting Exotica. We are getting very ready for Exotica. Exotica will be here April
9th
29th
through May
through May
1st.
1st.
And ladies are free Friday, so definitely, ladies, come through. Bring your
Facts.
hubby, bring your boyfriends,
Bring
bring
your
your girlfriends,
hubbies. If you have
hubbies.
more than one hubby, bring
Cause
those too.
so definitely, ladies, come in and learn some face sitting and some other classes that they have going on during that weekend.
And we're doing face sitting, and Bay is bisexual. Now what's next? I'm excited, and I know Petrus, who we had
hmm
on Thursday, is going to be doing
A
a
class,
class as well. So I'm excited about sitting in on her class.
definitely, definitely.
So we have a special guest
Oh
today.
wait! Before we talk about the special guest,
Mhm.
so we usually do like something that's going on in the news or social media this week. I think this weekend has been crazy because everybody's been talking about
Will Smith.
Russell Wilson. No,
Oh, what to say? Oh,
I
Russell
I
Wilson
think people
and
was trying to
Sierra.
move on from the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Chris Rock thing. So I think it's now is Sierra and
Russell Smith, Russell
Russell Wilson
Wilson.
and Future, and the guys are talking about, well, Russell Wilson's a cornball, this that, and third, and blah 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 blah. Like,
But why are they saying Russell Wilson is a cornball? Like, what is
because
why are they saying that? Because I saw a lot of posts going on, and let me make sure I cut off this air in the house because y'all know it be loud, y'all. So I saw a lot of posts going on about Sierra and
Russell
Russell
Wilson.
Wilson. What is really going on with that?
Well, NFL player got on a podcast
Mm-hmm.
and basically said that if Russell Wilson didn't have the money that he has, that he wouldn't have got a chick like Sierra. Which I don't know if it's true, but Russell Wilson is a good
Oh,
dude.
he is a really good
If
dude.
you know her past, the past was with her and Future and whatnot.
Wasn't
And
she with Bow Wow at one point?
yeah, but they're talking about Future. Future was like, I guess Future's like the standard to them. I'm like, I don't know why. Like, y'all want this dude to, y'all want Sierra to be with this toxic man and whatnot. It's nothing against him.
Allegedly.
It's
Allegedly.
allegedly, but we know the truth. But anyway, but it's like that. This is the level of, I guess, masculinity, manhood that they want her or someone of her caliber to be with. Whereas Russell Wilson, he's a good dude. He's a church going dude. He does good work in the community. You know, he's basically he's a good guy. So
And I think people they have their own opinions,
mm-hmm,
and that's exactly what it is, opinions. So
opinions.
they want you to be with whoever, and it's like, wait, hold on, wait, I'm happy that she's happy,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. And looking at her pictures, looking at her videos, even her growth from Sierra back in the days to now, to see how she has grown with her children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of her becoming the woman that she is.
Yeah.
So I don't care who she with, as long as she happy and
mm-hmm.
she getting a nut. because it's valuable and it matters.
He must be doing something.
And he gotta be doing something. He gotta be hitting it right. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he's getting a nut, that's all that matters. And she's happy, and he's not beating her or anything like that. So she's not in a toxic relationship that we know of.
The kids are happy. Everyone's happy. So why not just be happy for her?
So we got a special guest, and this guy right here, I actually take him as a bro. Like, he's so freaking awesome. We've been on Ringside about 3 times, right? Four times.
We're about to go for round 5.
We gotta go for round 5. Yes. Oh, round 5 gotta be even juicier. And every time we've come in contact, we've known each other way before Ringside. That we, as far as being a part of the episodes, but we known each other from before. And I believe he was on a podcast before that we were a part of, and he just became a part of family. And we have the amazing, the awesome, and he is a relationship commentator.
Dating commentator.
Your dating commentator. Oh, excuse me.
So we definitely want to get his commentary on the dating scene in Atlanta and broader horizons.
Yes, he's a public speaker. He's awesome. He's handsome. He's wonderful. And I am glad to bring him on. And welcome to us, Mr. Troy. Everybody say yay. Hey, Troy, how are you? Welcome. Oh, we can't hear you. Hold on one second. All right, we got you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey,
thank you so much. That was a very, I'm totally flattered by the intro. Thank you so much. I appreciate the two of you for all your support and participation. I definitely appreciate your candor and your willingness to, contribute to my platform. So I'm definitely honored to be here. And yeah, it's been an amazing ride working with the both of you.
And it's been amazing working with you. Every time you call, anytime you call, I'm like, hey, as long as we're available, you got us, and I think that's genuine from both sides. So I appreciate what you do. I believe in what you do, and I support you, and, support you and your movement, because what you got going on is a whole movement. So I support you, and I support your movement, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to add, I meant to say this to you earlier. The next time you see my girlfriend, you two are going to have something in common. She also, like you, she's going to have purple hair.
Welcome to the purple.
Yes, I meant to say that purple is her favorite color. So the next time you see her, there's a high possibility she's going to have purple hair. So you too.
Welcome to the purple fam. I appreciate that. Everyone, we were talking about my purple. I said it's so weird because a lot of people that said they would, they wouldn't try purple in their hair, and they see me and they'd be like, you know what? I may try that.
Well, I don't, being a Kappa, I don't always gravitate to purple, but in the right circumstances, I don't mind. In the right circumstances.
Yeah. Yes. Now let's go a little bit. Tell our audience a bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Troy Vaughn, also known as Trey Amazing. The people that know me affectionately know I'm a part-time stripper, part-time pastor, but I am a full-time dating commentator. I'm originally from Memphis, but Atlanta has been my home for about 25 years. Went to undergrad here, and I've spent majority of my professional life here. The people that are familiar with Ringside know that I am the creator and the producer of Ringside. Ringside has been an LLC since 2011, but the organization itself has been around since 2009. And Ringside is an organization that encourages and bolsters communication between outspoken, over the top, and opinionated men and women via fiery debate on issues related to singlehood, dating, marriage, sex, and as of 2021, kink and fetish. So
yes, baby.
Indeed. We want to create an even playing field, a platform for all men and women, regardless of the background, to be able to come and communicate via, fiery but fun-filled debates to help, kind of lay out and outline the issues salient in our community regarding, dating, relationships, marriage, sex, kink, and fetish.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome. So how did you become a dating commentator? What made you want to pick that field?
Well, being in the genre of, relationships, talking about relationships, one of the things that I guess I was opposed to or kind of averse to. I'm trying to remember what year that was when Steve Harvey came out with, Think Like a Man, Act Like a
Mm-hmm.
Lady, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Harvey came out giving his opinions on relationships and, gender roles, so on and so forth. And he was kind of heralded as this relationship expert.
Hmm.
And I think he wasn't the first, but I think because of his caliber and because of his appeal as an actor, he kind of ushered in this wave of all these men and women who just came through the floodgates,
Mm-hmm.
giving their opinions, getting platforms and calling themselves relationship experts. I'm not a fan. I'm not really a big fan of relationship expert, unless you've actually done the work, gotten a certification, gotten education. Otherwise, you're just somebody with an opinion like me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, again, I'm not the biggest fan of it, and I've never regarded myself as a relationship expert. And so I wanted to create more of a title that was befitting of what I actually do and what I'm here to do. So I maybe back in 2016 or 17, around that time, I kind of coined the phrase dating commentator, the same way you have a sports commentator or a news commentator, someone who gives their outlook and their perspective on things like sports or the news or politics, so on and so forth. Well, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm specific to relationships and dating, dating behaviors and so on and so forth. So I just kind of created the term dating commentator. Again, I'm not, you'll never hear me refer to myself as a relationship expert because I'm pretty freaking far from being an
Mm-hmm.
expert. I have my own questions. Uh, I'm in the trenches along with everyone. Um, I'll never try to bestride myself over, you know, anyone else saying that I have all the answers, because no, I don't have all the answers. I have just as many questions. I'm clueless to a lot of things, but I will always want to be one of the people leading the charge to communicate. I want these communications and these conversations and these debates to be ongoing, because I would like, particularly a city like Atlanta with so much activity and so much electricity, I want Atlanta to be an epicenter for dating and marital wellness. So I want to be one of the people out front leading the charge to continue these conversations and continue and bolster and galvanize these conversations. But I'll never exalt myself or put myself over anybody else saying I'm an expert, I have all the answers. Do as I would. No, I'm not interested in that.
No,
No,
I like that.
which makes sense. So you're the Dan Rather of dating reporting. You're giving us the information and making sure that all the information is out there, and we pick and choose however way we want to interpret whatever information you're
That
putting
you're
out there.
presenting.
So I mean, it's definitely needed, especially in our community. Like you said, Atlanta should be the epicenter of Black culture, Black dating, Black
Mm-hmm.
relationships. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you come here, you're
Indeed.
gonna see happy Black people in relationships, whatever. Will it be
Black excellence.
yeah, Black excellence, whether it be with a man or a woman or vice versa, or whatever relationship you're in, as long as you're happy and whatever else, then who's here to judge? So I
Facts.
think what you're doing is very remarkable, and it needs to be documented. So about 20, 30 years down the line, when folks happen to ask, well, what was the dating scene like back in those days? They can just pull you up, and there you are, the Dan Rather.
Uh, well, well, a couple of things. Number one, I think I'm a little sexier than Dan Rather. Um,
Yes, yes, yes.
that's just
Just so that was actually out,
that's 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 just my humble opinion. Whatever the case may be. Yes, with a city like Atlanta that's leading so much in terms of Black culture, Black excellence. I mean, Atlanta is replete with black girl magic, and but that type of excellence, in addition to professionalism, but I want the excellence to also be emblematic in terms of dating and relationship wellness, marital wellness. And again, one of the things that we want people to understand about Ringside is not, monochromatic. It's not monolithic. It's not just, it's for everyone. I don't care, if you are vanilla, if you're not vanilla, if you are a 9 to 5, or if you are, a sex worker, whatever the case may be, it's for everyone, and everyone deserves a voice. Everyone deserves equal playing field on a platform, and that's what Ringside is. And so, regardless of your tribe, you'll have representation in Ringside, because all backgrounds are welcome. We only ask as long as you're respectful, as long as the purpose that you understand when you come to the platform is to, to be forward thinking and to galvanize communications, with the outcome being more positive outcomes. It doesn't matter if you believe in, being with one person or multiple. It doesn't matter, but the goal and the outcome really is to, just see the thinking and the communications move forward, in a more positive light.
Now going back to our hot topic for today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do
It is
you
a hot
what
topic.
Yes, what is your opinion on Sierra and Russell Wilson and what people are saying now, and about Future? Like, what is your opinion of
I guess the cornball versus the toxic toxicity or whatever.
that?
Right. Well, number one, everyone's always going to have an opinion. No matter, doesn't matter if Sierra's with Russell or if Sierra's with Future, you can't
Facts.
escape the opinions of social media. No matter what you do, somebody's going to tell you shouldn't be with that person. Sierra deserves to be happy just like anyone else. She's obviously found her happiness. And obviously, like you commented earlier, she's found her nut with Russell.
Yes, and
That's
it's
what's
like,
important. Right, and that's everyone that your orgasm matters. That's
yes,
what's important. Of course, Russell is going to be considered a square, a cornball, a lame, an L7 by a lot of people, particularly people who may prefer Sierra to be with the bad boys, or street dudes, or whatever the case may be. Someone who's a complete opposite of Russell. Russell, by all accounts, for the most part, he is a good guy. Church going. He's centered in faith. He's centered in his beliefs in God. He stepped up to the plate to take care of a woman, and her children, who are not biologically his children.
Exactly.
Well, initially, but now they do have their own.
their
But
own. Yes,
but he stepped up, and so for the people on the other side of the aisle, he is going to be considered a cornball, because he's not quote unquote with the shits like Future. He stepped up and he committed. He's not trying to be with Sierra and multiple other women. He's not taking his disposable income and throwing it away at the strip club, and all the other stuff. I'm like, so to someone like Future, or people who align themselves with Future's thinking, yes, of course, Russell Wilson or anybody else is going to come across as a cornball, but to them, they're happy. Who cares? All If you're not paying their bills, or if you're not receiving mail in their household, your opinion is null and void. So,
I
Exactly.
absolutely agree. And I'm glad you said that. And let's take a quick pause for those who are just tuning in and like, wait, who are these people on this wonderful screen, on this black melanin sexiness on this screen right here? I am Sexpert Lady V.
And I'm Sexpert DH Black, the one and only.
And we got the amazing Trey Amazing up in the building with us. And it's from Ringside LLC. And we are talking about monogamy. But right now, we're talking about our hot topics. So thank you guys for joining in. If you like to go check out our website, it's expertdvpassion.com. Yeah.
Yeah, and check out our facebook.com/Dvpassion. Dvpassion, or you can check out our YouTube page, which you can Instagram, YouTube, everything Dvpassion. So definitely Google us and check us out.
Now, going back to our topic of the hour, okay? It is, do you feel monogamy, like monogamy, that word monogamy? For those who don't know, my husband and I have been married for 18 years. June 19th will be 18 years. And thank you. And we live and breathe open relationships for us. We've been in an open relationship for 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
Of that 18 years, we 16 to 17 years. We were monogamous the first year of our marriage, and monogamy wasn't the thing for us.
I think we're still monogamous, but
We're
monogamous
to each other.
to each other.
Yeah, that is our phrase. We're monogamous to each other. We just have an open relationship. And now,
whereas we can be not monogamous to somebody else too. But
yeah, it just depends on the
it just all
person.
depends on the person.
But we have pretty much an open policy in our relationship. What is your viewpoint on monogamy? And honestly, does monogamy still exist now?
Monogamy still very much exists. It is alive, well, and on steroids. It exists for the people who champion monogamy, who place value in monogamy. But when it's all said and done, monogamy works for some, doesn't work for others. For the people that it doesn't work for, not believing in monogamy doesn't make anyone a bad person. What makes someone, I feel, of low character and low vibrational, personality is someone who does not believe in monogamy, but doesn't translate that to someone they're in a relationship with who may value monogamy, who expects monogamy. And so if being with one person is not your thing, that is not a character flaw. You just, you need to be open, you need to, be candid with someone you're in a relationship with. If you're with someone who is expecting monogamy, someone who puts it out there, someone who expresses like, look, they want to be with you and you only, and they have that same expectation of you that you only want to be with them. If that's not your bag, if that's not your ministry, you need to open your mouth and say, look, I like you, I'm attracted to you. However, being with one person is not my calling. That's just me being transparent. If that's who you are, that is fine. Be with someone of similar thinking. And I promise you, whatever, it doesn't matter what your belief system is, whatever your value structure is, whatever you believe in, monogamy or not monogamy, there is a tribe out there for you. There are people out there who want to give you exactly what you're looking for, who want to be the person, that you need them to be. And that's who you need to link up with. And the reason why I have such a great swell of respect for you two is the fact that that's exactly what you've done. You two have been open and honest with one another as far as what you want, how you feel about one another, but also how you feel about other people. And you guys are on the same page. You guys have aligned your thinking. You have found not only someone you are incredibly attracted to, you love, who is a great partner, a great lover, and you both understand that one another's orgasms matter. That's ultimately what's important. That is, I think, the apex of communication and what it's like to be with someone you can communicate with. I think that is something that's lost on a lot of people. You have a lot of relationships and marriages where one person is non-monogamous, but the other person doesn't know it. And that's where it becomes sticky, and that's where clothes get bleached and cars get scratched up, and folks are on their way to divorce court. So monogamy definitely is alive and well, but it's alive and well in the hearts and minds of people who value and cherish it. But again, that's not for everybody. Monogamy is not for everyone. But if that's your language, if that's your tribe, I promise you there are others out there.
And I would say open relationships are not for everyone. Swinging is not for everyone. Poly is not for everyone.
BDSM isn't for everyone.
I think it's finding what makes you happy. I know my husband yes, we have an open relationship, but that's not our meat and potatoes of our relationship. I think we make our relationship, and the chemistry that we have helps embrace the open relationship, the chemistry we have, and like we say, monogamous to each other. We
Right.
make sure that we keep that communication open, and and express our feelings, right?
Mhm.
And we make sure in that we're able to open up our love, or be able to share, because sharing is caring.
Mhm.
And one thing we always say, people without voices can't be heard. So if you don't
Damn
express
right.
hey, facts, and if you don't express to your mate, hey, this is what I'm interested in, and you go out there and you do it on your own, then you're just a cheater. You're just cheating. That's what you're doing. You have a thrill of cheating.
Mhm.
I, I think some people, especially men, I don't want to generalize everyone, but I just feel that sometimes people are more, they like the thrill of the hunt more than the act of the physical act of the sex and whatnot. I think they just like the chase and the
Mhm.
hiding and which it doesn't make sense to
Sneaking
me, the
around.
sneaking around thing, but it doesn't make sense to me. But it just they get caught and it's like, oh man, I'm caught, and it's like you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's like
Because they don't want to see their mate with someone else.
it's like it's I wouldn't say it's forgive me for the word retardation or something like that, but it's like you keep doing the same thing over and over
That's
and
why he said,
over
forgive him
and
for the
over
word.
and over again and expecting the same results. And it's like you got to change. You got to have some type. You know what? This isn't working for me. I can't keep cheating. I'm keep hurting the person that I love, and it's not working out for the both of us. So why do it? Why do people cheat in the first place? I'm
Well,
sorry. I'm cheating.
He said
that know
he
me,
can't get cheated. He was like, I need to get this off my
It doesn't
chest.
make sense
Why
yeah.
to
do we
me.
cheat in the first place?
Those that know me, regardless if it's through the Ringside platform or just personally, I abhor infidelity. Um, regardless, man or woman, whatever the case may be, if you are going to put yourself out there with one person to say, look, I am yours as your significant other or your spouse, you need to, practice what you preach. If you are preaching, or if you're letting, everything that comes out of your mouth is fidelity, monogamy, stick to it. So the people out here with these, side pieces, or out there with, philandering, extracurricular activities, I don't like people like that around me. I don't want those symptoms to rub off on me, which I won't allow. And I just don't consort with people like that. People are going to cheat because they can't be honest with themselves. They can't be honest with what they really want. Um, Again, if your thing is not being with one person, that's okay. You need to find someone. And I think you hit it on the head when they want to be with someone. They don't want this person to be with other people. They want to have carte blanche to be with other men and women, to explore
Mhm.
different tastes. But the person they've taken vows with, or the person that they're in a relationship with, they don't want to let that person go. They don't necessarily want to see that person happy with someone else, but they don't want to feel confined or restricted to one person. And that's hella shitty. That's a
Facts.
I can't rock with that attitude. Especially, I've expressed this to other guys. I'm like, look, if you cheat long enough, you're gonna get caught.
Exactly.
Facts.
You're gonna get caught
It's
eventually.
no way around that.
Like what's in the dark comes to light. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
come out. Like no matter how long it's been, it's gonna come out somehow, some way.
And we used to say a slogan of why cheat, just swing, because
Mhm.
because it was true. And in a lot of ways, I think people bring up things that they've done in the past into their present relationship, and that's all they knew was to sneak around.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they know was to hide out. Remember the players in the school. I come back and I hear my kids talking about, oh, this person got cheated on because he was cheating on her with somebody else in the school. And I'm
Mhm.
like, people, adults still do that shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
Which means that they never grew up.
they never grew up.
You never grew up.
They
Exactly.
just decided to put away the childish things and they continue on the same pattern,
As an adult.
and it's sad.
I mean, it's sad because, they say a smart man I'm gonna say if I can get this right, a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Personally, I have seen enough guys that I went to school with, guys in my fraternity, guys just around. I've seen enough peers cheat and get caught. And for me, I look at like, look, self-awareness is important. I know I'm not the greatest liar. I can be lazy. So if I'm aware of myself, knowing, look, I'm not the best liar. I'm not going to be great at covering my tracks, whatever. Like, you know what? Find somebody you feel is worth that commitment. Find someone you feel like, you know what? I want to be a person of my word to you. I'm going to stick with you. And I'm going to give of myself, submit to you my fidelity and my monogamy, and I'm going to do right by you. You know, again, for as long as I'm going to be on this earth and to my last breath, I'm going to advocate and preach fidelity. Even if you can't be faithful out of love for the person you're with, be faithful because look, it's not worth the reaction or response from someone after they've discovered that you've been unfaithful. You don't know how people react. Some people will just take it on the chin and just,
People
be
try to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
some people are going to retaliate, um,
Yeah.
retaliate physically, financially, whatever the case may be. And it's not worth it to me to find out how you're going to react. And so
True.
it's like, look, by any means necessary, I'm going to be faithful to you. And when I say faithful, I mean emotionally and physically, because again, a lot of people don't realize you can be unfaithful emotionally. You can be unfaithful without your genitalia involved. Um,
That.
and so I would encourage anybody, especially, when with other men, but it also goes to women, if being with one person just isn't your thing, it's okay. Be self-aware enough to know that being with one partner is nothing exciting about that. You don't find fulfillment, you don't find joy. But the key is find someone who is like-minded and says,
Mm-hmm.
look, we can be together, we can be partners, we can get married. However, we come to an arrangement and an agreement that, look, under certain circumstances, it's okay to venture out and be with other
Mhm.
people as long as we communicate what we're doing, something like that. And so, again, communication needs to be one of the premier ingredients you cook with. Because
Now, can, can I add something right there? What you were saying, and also you can't force somebody to be monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
oh, absolutely not.
You
Um,
can't force somebody to do that.
You got to make sure that that person is, like we said in one of our previous interviews, equally yoked.
Hmm.
Like if you're not equally yoked, then it's not going to work. Be it in some type of partnership, relationship, any type of ship, it's not going to work. You got to have your crew in the same order, and everybody has to fall in line. So if y'all not fall in line, then it's time to part ways, and it's nothing wrong with that.
And it's
You're sparing
okay.
that
It's
you're
perfectly
sparing that
okay.
person either the heartache or the pain or whatever else. So let that person find whoever they have to find, and vice versa.
And if it's meant, you'll always come back, right? If
mhm.
it's meant, somehow the universe has a funny way of bringing people back into your life, because sometimes people have to go out there and figure
Grow.
out, how to grow and what
Mhm.
makes them grow, and growing with other people. Like, I know there's different relationships I was in, and if you read my story, my book, The Buyer Me, by the way, if you read my book, you realize I went through stages of relationships, and every relationship I grew from the experience.
Mhm.
And it wasn't necessarily the person, but it was the experience that happened within that relationship that allowed me to grow and mature.
Right.
So, you may find somebody later on in the future that, hey, that could be the person I want to be faithful with, or that could be the person I could have an open relationship with, because we
Mhm.
can get freaky and stuff like that. So it's just, it's based on the person, right?
It's based on the person. It's based on who you are and what It's um, I'm great with being monogamous. I'm great with being faithful,
Hmm.
um, and that's because of my personality, because of where I am in life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to a point where I recognize the ups and downs of your decision to realize, you know what, I think for who I am and what I'm looking for, my expectations, monogamy works best for me. It doesn't matter, if monogamy doesn't work best for you, I would want anybody to know, number one, is it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a
That
bad person when you lie, when you misrepresent your intentions. And I think you are going to have that segment of society that feels like they have to, even if monogamy is not who they are inside, they feel like they have to pretend because especially like when you think about it, we're in Atlanta, we're in the Bible Belt, we're in a conservative landscape. We have people that feel like, look, the natural way to be is for you to be with one person, start a family, get married. Well, be with one person, get married, start a family, so on and so forth. And so we're around, societal pressures that want to, I guess, orchestrate the kind of life and marriage you should be having when they feel like you is best for you. And some people fall victim to that and feel like, even though this is not deep down what I really want, I need to project this image. I got to project this image to the people in my church, to my family, to my coworkers, to my other organizations, even though deep down I want something completely different. What will make me happy is not this, but this is the life I've been told is best for me. People like that need to find the courage to say, you know what, that ain't me. What I really want is to be with this one special person, but also have the ability and the freedom and the latitude to explore. We can explore together. We can, we can build a partnership where we can love one another, build with one another, become successful with each other. But we have that side of us that, is happy being sexually, free.
Please,
Um,
please, please.
Exactly.
Right. It's like we can be uninhibited. We can explore others as long as we communicate to each other. Because at the end of the day, we're always going to come back home to each other.
Facts. Now we got
We
an
got
amazing, awesome female that is also one of my good friends. Yes, yes, yes.
we had to get the female
A
perspective
female
of,
perspective
of,
as well, right?
of things. You got the couple's
I'm here
perspective,
for it.
single. You have the male perspective of it, not single. You have the male perspective. Now you have the female
See,
perspective.
and we bring on Miss Tiffany Real. What it do, baby?
Hi guys. Hi.
Hey,
Hey,
welcome, welcome,
Tiffany,
welcome.
the one and
How
only
are you?
Tiffany Real.
The one and only Tiffany Real. I called her today. I said, you know what? You always catch me. You are the queen of catching me. And say, yo, I need you on in like 15 minutes. Or you know
Right.
what? You can do it right now. So I need you on tonight. How are you? Tell our audience all about Miss Tiffany real quick for us.
Well, I'm just a little, peon in Atlanta. I'm a published author. I have a little show called The Group. I
A
don't
little
like
show. Hold up. I'm on that show. It
talking
ain't
about
little
myself.
now.
I don't like talking about myself, but I have a show called The Group with Tiffany Real, and I also have a Quiet Storm show called One Night Stand with Tiffany Real. And I'm a published author. I have an ex-husband, 3 grandkids, and 7 kids. Um, and that's I love D Black and Lady V, and I don't know what else to say.
We love you too.
Love you too, Tiffany.
Now, I don't know if you, and we got Mr. Trey, the amazing, right here with us. And I don't know if you guys have met before, but
We haven't.
yeah,
Mhm.
hey, well, Troy,
Tiffany,
this is
Troy,
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany.
Okay, our hot topic for today, right, was Sierra and Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
Wilson, yeah.
Basically, if you've been on social media any part of today, you've seen the interview with, I think, Channing Crowder. He's an NFL player, and he talked about how if Russell Wilson didn't have the money that he had, he wouldn't have been with Sierra. So, and he called him a cornball and everything else, and basically, she would have been that better off with Future. Like, you left Future for Russell Wilson.
I think either way, as long as you're happy.
Yeah, that's
yes. That is our hot topic today. What is
yeah.
your view on that?
I guess we moved on from Will Smith, and now that's the that's the flavor of the week. So
You're saying that they said that she would be better off with Future?
Yes.
Why?
Allegedly. Let's keep the alleged here. Alleged.
I mean, no shade to Future, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't wake up to him every day.
I mean, allegedly, I don't think he would wake up to you because he'd be gone somewhere.
He'd be gone.
Like, where he at?
I mean,
He's here when I went to-
He's in the future.
in the future.
I mean, you have to keep it 100. Like, the only reason why he gets as many women as he does is because he's Future. If he was just a regular Joe in the street, wouldn't nobody be paying him no attention? He is from the flow up, like, for real, for real. And then he does things to enhance his look, but that makes him look even worse than he already looks.
Oh,
she just ripped him in pieces right here.
And I do think that she probably would be with him because Russell, because he has that look. You know what I'm saying? He's still attractive. You know what I'm saying? He still seems like a nice guy. And if you're a woman and you've been in bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship, and then a nice guy like a Russell comes along, he's nice looking. You know what I'm saying? He's mannerable. You can take him home to your mama.
Money.
You know, even if he didn't have the money, if he was a nice guy, she probably would get with him.
He has substance. I think Russell Wilson I feel he's a good guy, and a lot of people don't like the good guy. You get what I'm saying?
Good guys are supposed to finish last. So
yeah, it's like, oh, you're the good guy.
Yeah, when it's like when he's winning, and trust me, if you see anything that Russell Wilson's doing, he's winning. So it's like, oh snap, why is she with him for? She should have been with him. And it's like, it blows my mind. I'm like, she's healthy.
You have to look at the history though. Sierra is a hip hop troll. You know what I'm saying? She's been around. You know what I'm saying? She was with Bow Wow.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Who knows who else? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Her stuff was on the clearance rack at Walmart. So you know when you
I didn't say that.
When you're ready to settle down, you want to settle down with a good guy because she was with all the bad guys. I mean, how many dudes do you have to go through? So when a good guy comes along and they show you who they are and they treat you like the queen you should be treated as, then you better scoop them up because you're getting old. And just because you cute, you can't pop it like you used to 10 years ago. So you gotta get it.
No, but you know what? It's honest.
Troy's face is like, oh my god. Troy's like, what?
But it's honest. I
got folks texting me about this interview right now. I'm sitting up here like, I'll say this. I do agree. Because I feel like, okay, if Future wasn't Future, if he was, would he be getting all the menage a trois and four ways, and it's like on my channel I interviewed one of the managers at Magic City. This may be like almost 2 months ago, Miss Katrina Fuqua, and she let me know that Future became Future because he would come into Magic City and he would pay the DJs to play his music. And he blew up after that because before then he was just a no-name rapper pushing his music in the streets, and he really wasn't getting a lot of momentum. But he came to Magic City, which is anybody who lives in Atlanta knows Magic City is an institution. It is the premier upper echelon of strip clubs. So if you got somebody coming in there with their mix CDs, giving it to the DJ and playing it on rotation, then that's how Magic City, if he wouldn't be Future without Magic City. I put it like that. And because he became Future ATL, now he's getting all these opportunities with women. But I don't think he or anybody else is in a position to point the finger at Russell and say, well, if Russell wasn't a ball player, I'm like, okay, we can play what ifs all day. He is a ball player. He is a good guy. He got values, and he worships Sierra. He loves her. He loves her. He doesn't treat Sierra like just another option or just another. I'm like,
and let's be clear, Future, Russell, Future, even broke Future and broke Russell. Russell.
Broke Future, broke Russell.
Now, Tiffany, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you believe in monogamy?
Do I believe in monogamy? I
And do
believe
you believe that monogamy still exists?
in monogamy. But I also believe that there's more people that believe they're in monogamous situations than there really are. Because I think that if you're in just say somebody's been married 40, 50 years, right? Somewhere in that 40, 50
It's a
years,
long time.
one person, if not both, have stepped out of that situation, whether they know about it or not. Not 100%, but I'm willing to bet over at least 90%. And if you look at the movie Fences with Denzel Washington, right?
Yeah.
Denzel had a great woman. You know what I'm saying? He loved his woman. You know what I'm saying? Came home every night, payday. He gave her his check every week, but he still had the dip on the side that he was in love with. You know what I'm saying? So on the surface, everything that glitters isn't gold. You know, and I'm not saying that people can't be together and be monogamous and live happily ever after, but I think a lot of people are in denial when it comes to that.
Now, go ahead, baby.
So do you? We see that on TV and social media everywhere else. It seems like people are embracing open relationships more than they are embracing monogamy. You'll see people getting in like 3-month relationships. All of a sudden, they're looking for a girlfriend, or they want to explore their options and do X, Y, Z. Do you think that because this is happening, that people are exploring it more?
Because it's more accessible and mainstream.
Accessible and more, I guess, related.
There's more people talking about it.
I think because more people are talking about it, because the thing is, it always existed. When I was 19 years old back in the 90s. when I was 19 years old back in the 90s, early 90s, and I came to Georgia from the first time. I went to Macon, Georgia. That was the first time I ever heard the term main girl. You know what I'm saying? A guy would be married and he would have other women, but the women knew about the wife knew about the women, but everybody knew their role and everybody played their position. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a woman knocking on somebody's door looking for it. You stayed in your lane. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first. I was amazed when I heard that, because I was like, what? But the reason why it seems like more people are doing it is because people are just being more transparent. But it's always been around. And let's keep it 100. I'm the product of an affair. So my biological father was humping around. You know what I'm saying? You know, my grandfather had another family on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying?
My grandmother, my grandmother had two boyfriends.
Yeah, his grandmother had 2 boyfriends, and I'm a product of an affair as well. So I definitely can relate on so many levels.
Is that why we're cute?
I promise you, like, when you look and you break down our past, and it's not just about us. Like, if you break down our grandmothers, great grandmothers, and great grandfathers, because back in the days, it wasn't, hey, I'm going over to Clarita house because my man is over there. No, the man had a family, Clarita all the way down the block, had Cindy Mae up the other road, up the street, and Betty by his job.
But check this out. The only difference between then and now was that man took care of
all three
of them households and whatnot, and he made sure that that woman didn't want for anything. So just in case she did have another dude come around, she knew that, okay, that's the main dude. He gonna make sure that everything's taken care of.
Right.
Now
let me interject for a second. I'll say, and again, this is in my opinion. I think when you look at you know, these kind of relationships, side pieces and stuff like that, you know, a lot of it is turning mainstream because of, you know, the popular music or the reality shows, or I mean, what was I mean, I don't care what what we're talking about in 2022. A lot of things that we're talking about that are, alive and well and living out loud in front of us. These things were taboo 20, 30 years ago. These were things that, none of these behaviors are brand new, but, some years back in our
It
parents and
wasn't talked
grandparents' generation, you just didn't talk about it, or it
about.
wasn't so, people weren't living unapologetically about it. People now, you know, you can look around. People are unapologetically side pieces, side chicks, or people are just like, yeah, I got my wife, I got my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
my girlfriend got a girlfriend, you know,
Or boyfriend.
or boyfriend. And people now, what was once, something you scorned back in the day, now people are exalting it. People are, it's popular. It's the people, a lot of people that we respect and admire, both in music, movies, political, whatever, are, they're in the same vein of, just like you said, I grew up, down south, deep down south, and for a lot of men, grandfathers, uncles, whatever, you didn't find out about the side piece until the funeral,
Yeah,
and,
very,
and for
very,
some
very
people,
true.
and I say this in all candor and being genuine, for a lot of people, that was the natural order of life, because you have that mindset. For a lot of people, it's traditional, it's old school. As a man, if I'm working 60, 70 hours a week, I'm providing for my wife, providing for the children. A lot of these men feel like, well, it's my inherent right to have something on the side. But it was considered, he would still be considered a good man if the side chick and the wife never met. You don't disrespect the wife. You don't, all this stuff. You have that mindset. A lot of people still have that mindset in 2022. And so you are going to have that segment of the population of like, look, I take care of my kids. My wife, she ain't got to work. She stay home. I pay all the bills. So this means I am allowed to be over here across town with, my 19, 20, 21-year-old girlfriend, as long as the wife don't find out, or as long as the wife is
Is a
priority. She's number one. She gets the new car. She gets the jewelry. She gets the Ruth Chris and the STKs and whatever. The side chick gets Applebee's. The side chick gets Payless shoes and Old Navy. For a lot of people,
you said pay that shoes and no name.
yeah.
What a
I-
sight that.
and again, like
Yeah.
for me, I tell people like that ain't my ministry. You do you as an adult, take accountability for your actions. That's just not how I'm rocking over here. Because again, I don't want my clothes bleached. I don't want my PlayStation busted. I don't want my car scratched up. So if I say I'm with you, my thing stays at home. So
And
I don't need to be out in the streets.
I think, as we were saying, like, if and even if you have multiple lovers, that's a good thing if you're being honest.
Yeah,
And I think we all could agree on that, right?
yeah. If you're open, honest with your mate, okay, I'm interested in such and such want to take me out on a date. What do you feel about that? Or y'all just start the conversation about trying to open up your relationship. You got to have some starting point compared to,
Mhm.
oh, I just went out on a date with such and such, and I didn't know where you were. You said you were going to the
Because
supermarket.
even some people look at us funny when we say, because they know that we're in an open relationship and we say we're monogamous to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real reality of our relationship. We are monogamous to each other,
Mm-hmm.
but we are open within our relationship.
Yeah, it's
Right.
nothing that goes on in our relationship that it's like
Each
a
other don't
surprise,
know
like,
about.
oh snap, I didn't know that you was texting such and such. No, you already know.
And I'm home to my babe. Look what he sent me.
Right.
Look what she sent me. Oh my God. Like we have full out conversations. And we if he feels some kind of way, or if I feel some kind of way, it's expressed, but it builds our communication.
So that we're able to be transparent with one another. And just in case we do bring in someone else or have someone else, that person is transparent with us as well. So there's no secrets, or it's no, oh, I didn't know.
There's
Yeah.
no secret around. You need to be transparent, but first and foremost, don't rob somebody of a choice.
Exactly.
Facts.
Don't take somebody's choice away, because
Facts.
what the matter is, and I believe this, we have a lot of couples out here. I promise you, regardless if it's a man or woman, if you actually express to your wife or your husband or whatever, if you sit in bed or wherever and say, look, communicate what you think about, some folks may be surprised that the person you're with was thinking about it too. They may be.
And
They
don't
may
be
have been.
selfish. Don't
Don't
be
be
selfish.
selfish.
You think. Don't be selfish. Don't say, "Hey, this is what I want to do," but you can't do nothing.
Right. That's
Do that. That's not
again.
gonna work.
What is it? We were talking about Future earlier. What is that? I don't know if Future actually, if this is actual quotes, but what is it that popular meme from Future like? No, you're in a relationship with me, but I'm single. You do know Future. That is a common belief. A lot of people are like, look, I'm single. My girlfriend is committed to me. My girlfriend is faithful and committed to me, but I'm still out here in the street. We can't have that. We got to do something about that. And you
I
you
think
can't.
Tiffany, you were about to say something.
Mhm.
I was gonna say that, I respect you guys. I tell you all the time, but I respect you guys' openness because you got a lot of people out here that are not able to be transparent. Not everybody can say, you know what, I love you, I want to be with you, I'm happy with you, but I want this too. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to say too, as far as numbers go, there's way more women than men when it comes to eligible men. Men that I'm just saying,
Facts.
that you men, because you have gay men, you got men already married. You know what I'm saying? You got, men in prison. You got all these things. When you drop it down, and then you got men that just don't want to be in relationships. So
Facts.
therefore, when you cut all them men off, and then what if, like me, I'm a black woman who wants a black man. I don't want a white man. I don't want no other man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody says, "Oh, get you an Asian man, get you a white man." No, I want a black man. Damn it, and I should be able to have one. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the numbers will tell you you might be able to get a black man, but you might have to share that Negro with somebody. If you want a man, I'm just saying, I'm just being realistic. I'm just being realistic. I'm just being realistic.
No, but you're being honest. You're being honest. A lot of people don't look at it in that way. They say, "Oh, it's just a few black men out here." Go ahead. Oh, you were about to say something?
No, go ahead. Finish your
No,
statement.
like people would say, like, there's just a few black men out here. It's black men out here, and it's a healthy amount of choices. But we can't be over realistic at what we want or what you want in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, if you have Sally Mae, and you and Sally Mae may work out pretty well, and y'all could share this man, and it could be a whole three-way income. You got Sally Mae bringing this in, and there's no issues. I find that realistic more than anything else, where you can just be honest and be pure within a relationship. Now, if the guy chooses to leave out of Sally Mae and yourself, I'm coming up with these names today. If the guy chooses to leave out of Sally Mae with yourself, then that's a bad choice or a bad decision on his end if everything is working.
Mm-hmm.
And you were about to say something too?
Just to piggyback off what you were saying about the ratio of men to women, especially in Atlanta, the dating scene. As soon as we moved out here, we heard about the ratio of it's more.
They said keep your man.
What is it? Is it more women than it is men out here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got here in 97 to attend college, and it wasn't long before I got here. It was like, man, the ratio of women to men is like 12-1. Then some other line ass Negroes say, man, it's actually 24-1. In Atlanta, you ain't got to be with just one woman. It's like, okay, buddy, all right. Again, I do you have women out there who are fine with dating a man who dates other? As long as that's what they genuinely want. I do feel, my heart bleeds for the women who actually want fidelity and monogamy, but they feel like, just like you said, because of the numbers aren't in their favor per se. They feel like, okay, there's considerably more, ladies than men. So it's, for some people, they feel like it's unrealistic to expect a man to be with just one woman. I disagree, but because there are plenty of men out there who are completely and utterly happy and satisfied and loving life with just one woman by their side. So if you're a woman out there that, look, you desire company, you desire companionship, you desire love, I really feel my heart bleeds for you. If you feel like the only way you can get that is to be with a man who is with other women, and you feel like you can't do any better, I'm sad for women like that. But I recognize there are a lot of women who feel like that's the only thing they have to concede, in order to have companionship, in order to have a man, particularly a man high value, which I don't understand. That's a stupid
Understand that
phrase
at
in my
all.
opinion.
Uh-huh.
Kevin Samuels doing his thing. He's my frat brother, but I don't support that whole notion. But you do have people that feel like if you want a man who is up there as far as his money, his material possessions, his looks, then you need to accept the fact that he's going to be with other women, and that's complete bullshit in my opinion. But that's just me.
Tiffany, you were about to say something?
I was, I was, I like what you said, and I appreciate what you said, because there's some good guys out here, but like sometimes you have to change. Like for me, for instance, I always had an age range. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to date no senior citizens. I don't get down with senior citizens, and I don't want
You don't want to be
kids.
touching diapers.
Right, right, and you don't want to date no kids either, because you have young kids,
Still grown
right?
ass women. Mm-hmm.
But you have to find love wherever it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I mean, I'm not gonna fall in love with no 18-year-old or no night. You know what I'm saying? With no baby,
Mm-hmm.
Similac still on the chin. But you gotta find love where it is, because when you close yourself off to this range, I'm still not getting no old head. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ready to change no diapers, and I'm in my prime. I still want to get my freak on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now hold up. Now some singers they still be getting a freak on.
Oh
They
yeah,
still
no, there's some
and
senior living assistant places where there's a lot of sex.
they be fucking.
Yes,
Let's be honest. They
I
be
don't want
sex.
to
fucking
know. I
fucking.
don't want to
You
know.
can.
I don't want
There
to
are a
know.
lot of.
I
I
don't
do
if
want
they
to just
got a
let you
roll
know.
any fat up or whatever. I don't want to. I
Look
don't
at
want.
you right here. Like I
I don't
do
want
want
to
to
see
let you
it.
know they
There are a
still be
lot of
fucking.
70-year-olds still getting it in.
I
I
don't want
pro-
to know that,
I,
because I don't want to be that person
Women teach you
where
something.
that one time you thinking they about to have an orgasm and they having a heart attack, dying on you. No,
what a
no,
way! But
not
what a
doing
way to go!
that. But I'm
I
traumatized
know
for
what
the rest of
a
my life.
way to go.
No,
What a way
no,
to
we're
go!
not doing that. We're not doing that. But you have to broaden, yourself out so you can be open to finding that, because you don't know where love um may find you.
It may find you with someone who you think they about to nut and they have a heart attack or a stroke. Number one, a couple things in that regard. Number one, if you are a chick and a dude died on you, number one, pat yourself in the back. You got some bomb pussy. Um,
You got some killer pussy.
you got
That
that, yeah.
killer pussy.
That you if that's yeah, you gonna feel sad when you at the funeral and everything, and you gonna eat the fried chicken and the ham and the overly sweet tea at the repast. But just go in the bathroom, go in the stall, pat yourself on the back like I did that shit. Let me know.
You know what?
Number two,
Yeah,
if
Troy.
number two, if you're a man, is that necessarily a bad thing to walk through the pearly gate smelling like pussy? Is that a bad thing? Like you know,
Oh,
it's like, yeah,
God.
I'm up in heaven and chilling with the saints. I'm chilling with Martin and Malcolm and Coretta. But look, you smell that?
Hey,
You
Hey.
know that, man.
but check
That's
this
how I
out.
got here. What?
I still
I
want to be
run shit here.
fucking when I reach heaven. Like, is that wrong? Like, I
He still
want
want to be. He still want to be fucking when he gets to
like,
heaven.
I hope I hope it's fucking when it's in. I'm sorry, this is a whole.
I really think that you have done enough, sir.
I'm sorry. Like,
I can't. I
Right.
You
can't.
need to
with
take a
my-
break.
I love my
long break.
baby. I love my
no,
baby.
ma'am, there's
but,
no breaks.
but Trey, Tiffany, first, can you please tell our audience how to get in contact with you, please?
Well, you can go to Linktree, CEO Tiffany Real, and all the links are there. Or you can go to BSoulRadioLive.com. You can go to Instagram, Tiffany Real CEO. You can go to Tiffany Real, Tiffani. If it's Y, it definitely is not me. I don't know them hoes. But and you can find me on Street Madness Radio. We about to do some things on Street Madness Radio. You know, and you can email me at ceotiffanyreal@gmail.com. That's about it, I think.
One real quick question, Tiffany. So,
Yeah.
if somebody was interested in dating you, how would they get in contact with you?
What? 1-800 mind your business.
And I appreciate you dropping in. And Trey, amazing Trey. Troy, you know
That's
I
me.
love you.
Love
Can
you
you
too.
tell the people how to get in contact with you?
And tell us about Sweet Spot, real quick.
Yes, Sweet Spot. Yes.
Indeed. Well, you can find me stripping at the closest dollar store, or Dollar General, because you know I ain't too fancy. I'll take what you got. But no, seriously, you can find
You
me.
take it.
You
You
know,
take it.
everybody out there, if you can hear the sound of my voice, please find me on Instagram at Let Troy Tell It. That is Let Troy, which is me. Let Troy Tell It on Instagram. I highly encourage everybody out there, if you are on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Ringside LLC. Ringside LLC. Take it directly to my channel. Please subscribe. You'll find these two. I've done 4 videos with them. Make sure you watch the videos. Make sure you drop a
They're
dope
awesome.
comment down below, and make sure you subscribe not only to my channel, you subscribe to their channels as well. Follow them. They are the couple to know. I highly encourage you, if you are on Facebook like I am, to find the Ringside Community Group. You go to the search engine, or you type in Ringside LLC. It'll take you to the private group, and either myself or one of my admins will admit your request. But definitely, go to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, help me grow. The channel is growing. I'm interviewing, some of Atlanta's most, everybody, all the Atlanta influencers, the known, unknown influencers that make Atlanta great. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and tune in to the interviews where I interview folks on issues related to singlehood, dating, marriage, sex, and now kink and fetish. I interview everyone from pastors to pimps to prostitutes and everybody in between. So never a dull video.
Thank you so
Sweet Spot,
much.
Sweet
And Sweet
Spot.
Spot.
Yes,
Tell
and
us
Sweet
about
Spot. Yes, thank you. Everyone out there, Sweet Spot is returning after a 2-year hiatus. Pandemic did us over, but we are back. Make sure you can go to the interweb, type in www.sweetspotnation.com to learn more about this showcase of pop erotica, burlesque, comedy, and music. If you are in Atlanta, the Sweet Spot is returning after 2 years. The last Sweet Spot was February of 2020, right before everything shut down. But we are back. May 14th at 6 p.m., the Sweet Spot Atlanta returns. I don't care. The Sweet Spot, they tour many other cities, from Birmingham to Dallas to Chicago to New York to Oakland, everywhere else. It ain't Atlanta. Okay, that's not Atlanta. Okay, this is Sweet Spot Atlanta, May 14th at 6 p.m. Go to sweetspotnation.com, find out more information, or you can always message me on Facebook. You can message me on IG at Let Troy Tell It. I will give you everything you need about Sweet Spot, but it is pop erotica. It is everything. It is not conservative. This is certainly an event, ladies. Break out your little black dress, have the titties out. You can get your twerk on, everything. This is the event for you. Okay. And what happens at the Sweet Spot, it, for the most part, stays in Sweet Spot. Okay. Now,
and we'll be there.
these two will be there. Okay. So come prepared for an arousing and stimulating time. Look forward to meeting you there. If you want to get in contact with me at the Sweet Spot, you can usually find me either by the bar or at the door, but I'd love to meet you. I'd love to connect. And I'd love to keep the party going.
And we thank you guys so much for being a part.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna ask you guys to stay in the studio for a quick second while we wrap this up, and we'll be right with you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dvpassion. We don't know what we're going to be calling this, okay? We just know we want to be doing this very often. We're going to be coming on. We're going to be giving you guys, we're going to allow you guys to come into our world and meet some of the amazing people that's in our life. This is not the last time you're going to see Troy. This ain't the last time you're going to see Tiffany Real up on here. Yeah. And
we're going to be talking about just various things from monogamy to polyandry to pegging, to everything. We already did pegging. To squirting to just the stuff that's taboo and stuff that people want to know about but were scared to and afraid to ask. So this is what we're here for, to talk to you about it.
And people ask, what is Dvpassion? Dvpassion is sex education for adults. Okay, we educate you guys on everything,
because it's not like it's things has changed since high school. And I know, like myself, I've been out of school for a long time. So definitely this is what we're here. We're here to educate y'all on how to have better and enjoyable sex lives and better relationships.
We thank our guest, Troy Vaughn, the amazing Trey Amazing, and Tiffany Real for stopping in with us and giving us all that juicy. You see, when she come on, she real. She's straight real to the point, and we love the both of them, and we love you guys too. We want you guys to keep on listening. Come back next week. We're gonna have another show next week. Definitely. And we got a radio show coming. I heard that was a little birdie. We got a show coming, you guys. So y'all keep out for the announcement. We love you guys. Remember, your nut is valuable.
And your orgasm matters.
By any means necessary, get a nut. You deserve it. Follow us on Dvpassion on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Google Dvpassion. We love you guys. Have a great evening. Mwah.
Take a little time to enjoy your nut.
Yeah, enjoy that nut. Bye-bye.